Hey y'all, let's get into the North Carolina public school policy, the statement that was released in regards to the substitute teacher who assaulted the student or defended herself or whatever was going on. So North Carolina released a statement, and its policy states that if an employee is attacked by a student, the employee has the right to reasonably restrain the student and defend themselves to the point that they are free of the threat or attack. As far as cell phone use goes, the policy code notes that administrators may authorize individual students to use wireless communication devices for personal purposes when there is a reasonable need for such communication. So, in essence, when the teacher took the girl's phone from her, because as we could see, she didn't take the phone from everybody else. Based on the policy, the teacher has the preference based on whichever individual or student she wants to allow to use phones to take the phone. The most important part to me is the right to reasonably restrain. And I feel like in the video, the teacher had her foot on the girl, like she literally restrained her as if she was a police officer restraining someone on the streets. And we have seen in the past that these type of restraints have actually killed people. And this teacher has yet to face charges, and I feel like the policy, there's a problem with that policy. And I also feel like there's a policy with knowing what is reasonable, because just because one person deems something reasonable doesn't mean that another person deems something reasonable. Yes, I believe that the student was wrong with when she swung at the teacher, but once the teacher seen that she was able to overpower the girl, there are other ways to restrain the student. The teacher began to get in an all-out brawl with the young lady, and she was very defensive and not in a professional capacity as she should have been as a teacher. Like, she should have been trying to reason with the girl and trying to diffuse the situation instead of escalating the situation. But this policy, I really don't like this policy. And defend themselves to the point that they are free of the threat or attack. So that means that they could defend themselves and possibly kill your child, and they will face no time based on this North Carolina public school policy. And if we know that the schools are pathways to jail systems, and like Dr. Umar said, we have to teach our children discipline. That little girl needed to know discipline. Like, you can't have your phone right now, but you're gonna get your phone back